Morning, everybody. Early start today, and well, the team's out. That's why I'm here. We're doing two things today. I'm going to read the team now, get a couple of your comments, see what you think. Then we're going to stop. Let me just get the live chat up, just very, very quickly there. Just going to get the live chat up now, get a couple of your comments, if anybody at all is there. And then what we're going to do is we are going to have a little look at the team, stop, have a cup of tea, have a bowl of cornflakes. I've not even had any cornflakes yet. And then we're going to get on and jump onto the other channel and do a video over there. So anyway, yeah, please excuse me if I'm a little bit vague. I'm just reading the team myself at the moment, and it is as such. Starts with Fabianski in goal, Zabaleta at right back, Winston Reid centre back, Angelo Ogbonna next to him centre back, and Aaron Cresswell gets his first start at left back for this one. Declan Rice in the middle with Josh Cullen. You have to wonder, is this Cullen's sort of final attempt to get into the team? Of course, Cullen was linked just yesterday with a move back to Charlton with Lee Bowyer now as he's been confirmed as the manager, as you probably all know. Lanzini starts, as does Yarmolenko, who's come off the bench in the previous two friendlies, Felipe Anderson and Chicharito. It's nice to, firstly, my first thought on that is nice to see Fabianski in goal. And anyway, I'm going to read out the bench now. I'm sure you all know it, but again, something else has sort of struck me as I read out the bench. The substitutes are Martin, Roberto, so two goalkeepers on the bench, Fredericks, Johnson, Obiang, again, heavily linked with a move away. Apparently, the deal's done on that one. Sanchez, who, well, we'll go through the players in more detail in a second. Jack Wilshere, Robert Snodgrass, Mark Noble, Grady Diangana, and Antonio. Which begs the question: Where's Diop? I mean, I don't know where Diop is there. So obviously, I think as West Ham fans, we just naturally fear the worst, don't we? So I've not seen Diop there at all. He doesn't appear to be involved. I am hoping that it's not anything more sinister, and maybe he's getting a rest. But why would he be having a rest? Anyway, I think it's a little bit of a weird team for me. But it does sort of show, I guess, the fact that in pre-season, Pellegrini's going to want to give everybody as much game time as possible. I really liked the first half team when we played against Man City, and I didn't like so much what happened in the second half. But I guess if we're going to see the best out of people like Yarmolenko, if we're going to see the best out of people like Chicharito, they deserve the chance to be surrounded by the better players. So obviously Yarmolenko in the team playing on the right is going to play a lot better if he's in the same team with Lanzini and Felipe Anderson. I'd say the same as well with a centre forward. It hasn't really worked for Michail Antonio, albeit, of course, he scored a goal in the first friendly, but he's not really a centre forward. And it's a bit of a weird one, really, because obviously, as you probably all know, Sebastian Haller can't get his work permit, his visa, quickly enough to get to China to join up. So he's going to have to wait for the Fulham games and the Athletic Bilbao games, and of course the what's the other one? Hertha Berlin, I think, quite possibly. So he's going to have to wait until then. So we're sort of trying to create a shape around a striker that's not really there. And the best way to do that is to do it with a striker, albeit Chicharito, who's probably not in the style that Pellegrini wants to do. So he's mixed it up a bit. But with that in mind, the fact I want to see a strong team, I was surprised to see him start with Zabaleta, because what you're going to get is a bit of a mixed bag now. Again, so the second half, you're going to have people like Wilshere, Fredericks in there, who I think should probably be featuring it in that first team. But anyway, I understand why he's done it. He's got to take the squad out there. Obiang, pretty much deadwood because he's leaving. I think the deal is agreed with the Italian club. Sanchez, he's got a lot to prove. He really has. It's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens on that score. But as I understand it, he's with us for the duration. So there we go. Just to reiterate, I'm going to waffle on for another 5-10 minutes, take a couple of your questions, then I'm going to close down, I'm going to have a cup of tea, I'm going to have a bowl of cornflakes, and myself and Geo will be back on the main channel I believe he's probably set up the link. If you don't know it, go and check it out on the Hammers Chat Twitter. That's Hammers_chat. And we will talk you through the whole game. This is something we're going to sort of look to be doing increasingly more if it works. It's not a professional and polished video by any stretch of the imagination for the moment. Until my man cave is built, I'm doing this. I've got to be sat on the sofa because the telly is right there. So obviously if we're doing a watch along, I've got to be watching the telly. Half chit chat, half a bit of commentary. We sort of became aware actually that particularly there were some supporters in Australia who didn't have any coverage of the game, so they were tuning in and listening to our take on it. So I do feel a bit sorry for you. But when we're not at the games, we will maybe start to do a little bit more of this if it works. If it doesn't work, like anything else, we'll shelve the idea and try something else, as we always do. Anyway, into the live chat. Lossy, you there? Hello everybody, and James Gunn. Is hello to you, mate. Says Haller and Fornals aren't in China. Indeed, they're not. Of course, for different reasons. Fornals getting a rest because he was in the under-21 championship. Jason Humphreys again says Haller's expected for the Fulham game. I totally agree. Good morning, Stuart. Good morning, Elliot. Stuart Tyler says, thanks for letting me know about Haller. Yeah, best things come to those who wait, as he says. James Gunn says Diop is injured, apparently. Well, that is interesting. Diop slight knock. So he's back. That's what Justin Murray says. Anyway, thank you, mate. Yeah, everyone's confirmed that slight back injury, so he's not being rested. A slight back injury is fine as long as it's nothing sinister. We don't want a knee or anything like that, do we? Am I able to visit the London Stadium for the Betway Cup? Any chance of reserving a ticket for the boats? Mark says, Mark, what's Mark? You can come down the boats, mate. Several different ways to get in touch with us. On Twitter, Hammers_chat, hammerschat@gmail.com. Get in touch, mate. Yeah, of course you can come down the boat. It's not a problem at all, my friend. Lewis Mullen, hello to you, my friend. He's looking forward to seeing Fabianski. Yes. Yeah, a bit, Geo wasn't very impressed, I think, certainly, with Roberto. I'm not saying I was. Yeah, it'd be nice to have Fabianski back. Hammers chat, this is Geo, typing in the chat. He says he's got a bet giveaway today. We whack a bet on, and if it wins, we will buy somebody a shirt with the winnings more during the match stream. He's right. He asked me for 3 predictions yesterday. I won't reveal them now. He's going to reveal it all. Well, not reveal it all. That would be disgusting, wouldn't it? Anyway. Hello, Anthos. Hello, my friend. Ray says, did you spill your tea on the sofa last time? Looked like you did. Mrs. Gonzo won't be happy. I'll tell you, I'm always spilling my tea on the sofa. And we've got 4 kids. That's why we have leather sofas, because we got the, the leather cleaner. We wipe them down. It all gets done. Sorry, phone's ringing there. Matthew Kemp, Newcastle are awful v Wolves. Hopefully we'll put in a performance. That indeed is true, Matthew, but obviously they've got Steve Bruce now, and obviously for the same reason that Haller can't be out there, he's not allowed to travel. But what it will do is it will give them, I don't know. It will. I think it will help them in some way. Not because Steve Bruce is brilliant or anything, but having some manager is better than having no manager. And as I understand it, he's given instruction out there so he's picked the team and he's changed the formation. I think he's going for a 3-5-2 apparently. So that's something. It might not seem like much, but they at least know what's happening in their future. The players, he would have spoken to some of the players on the phone. So I would expect to see a better Newcastle team than we saw against Wolves, but I also expect to see a better West Ham team. But to be fair, looking at the team, looking at how he's mixed it up for the reasons I said earlier on, I don't think he's taking it totally seriously, Pellegrini, and maybe he shouldn't. Why should he? It's a pre-season friendly in China, and this is more about attracting new fans and that sort of thing. So I think maybe when we get to the Fulham game, I'm hoping the Fulham game, because obviously I'm going, but when we get to the Fulham game, the Bilbao game, and certainly the Bilbao and the Hertha Berlin game, and you might start seeing the formation of the team that Pellegrini has in mind. So we clearly don't have that yet. We've got to play a guessing game, and for the reasons that I mentioned earlier with Fornals and Pellegrini, we've not, we don't know how that's going to feature, how that's going to change the shape of the team. We think it's going to be a 4-3-3. Obviously, we know where Haller's going to play. we don't know quite where Fornals is going to play, so we don't know his thinking on that. Someone's going to have to be left out from the team at the moment who we think should be the best collection of the players that we have out in China. Whatever your particular team is, whatever my particular team is, one of those players is going to have to be dropped for Fornals, you would imagine. I don't imagine that you scout a player for a long time and pay in excess of 20 million and leave him out of the team. Maybe you do. Maybe 20 million is a substitute these days. I don't know. Where will the stream be? Are we lucky enough to YouTube? Sorry, says Steve. I don't know what stream you mean, mate. Do you mean the stream where us watching it? That'll be over on the main channel. If you're talking about streaming the game, I don't know. I'm afraid, mate. I just don't know because it's on Sky. And it's almost my one opportunity to watch West Ham play on the telly if it's on Sky. If it's not, then we will have to do inventive things, let's say. But sorry, I just can't help them, mate. Nick says, hello, mate. What's the difference between head coach and manager? Head coach just takes charge of training, picks a team. I think manager gets involved in picking players and stuff like that, would be my understanding. 352 says Dylan. Why are Newcastle playing 352? They have decent wing backs, don't they? Maybe Bruce just wants to do something different. I don't know. Not my problem, mate. Not my problem. But I was just trying to explain they might not be quite as woeful as they were against Wolves. Lewis Mallon says, how much time will Chicha get this year? Not a lot. Substitute at best if he's still here. Rumours are we're getting another striker, aren't they? So might not be here at all. I don't think anyone wants to buy him for 10 million. I don't think anyone wants to take on his wages. I just think he's walking away on a free in a year's time. What have we got here? Nick Swire says, I guess this could be a chance to see Hayden for that central defensive midfield. Hayden is playing. I didn't read that, the Newcastle team. You can probably see it yourselves on the internet anyway. Shelby's playing. I've seen that. Third place player for the Asia Trophy champions. You'll never sing that. No, we won't. Not like being Betway Cup champions, is it? You're very welcome, Steve. Dylan says that's okay if some players are left out. We need good players on the bench to come off the bench. Yeah. I mean, he's just trying to give everyone game time, which is why we can't take this too seriously, and nor should you take pre-season too seriously. I don't think it's I think it's important not to, in that respect. So we try and we look for some encouragement. We look for some good positive points, and that's it really. Right, I say, good afternoon from Darren over here in Thailand. Darren, I will wish you good afternoon, mate. And just as soon as I've wished you good afternoon, I am going to wish you goodbye, my friend. Got 15 minutes until kickoff. Everybody will be back on the main channel. And that's it. I'm going to go and make myself a very quick cup of tea, have a quick bowl of cornflakes. I'll be back here with Geo. Join us. I think if you're watching on Sky, then there shouldn't be a delay. So you could even mute Sky and listen to us, because surely we're going to be better than the commentators, aren't we? I'd like to think so. I hope so. If you're on a stream, you're watching a stream, there's going to be some delay. So when we score our first goal, we might all go, hey, goal, and it won't be on your screen. We'll spoil the surprise. Up to you. Come and join us. We'd like you to join us. We'll be reading from the live chat. General chit-chat as well. Won't be constant commentary, but come and enjoy the game with us. I think my boy's coming down to watch it. So anyway, listen, I've got to go. And otherwise I won't have time to eat me crunchy nut, will I? And we can't have that. I'll see you very, very soon.